There are two critical components that must work together seamlessly if you want to propel your practice growth, get more customers, and increase your revenue. And this is marketing and sales. Hello guys, Jordan Velasquez here, and today I want to talk about this really important topic that is basically marketing and sales and why it's important for you as an aesthetic practice owner. So basically, marketing is like casting a wide net that is going out there trying to catch as many fishes as it can, right? And sales is just basically the component that is gonna turn those fishes into profits, right? But most clinics, they don't really understand how they work and why it's extremely important that these two areas, these two components work seamlessly together. I remember that when I was running my first campaigns for my clients, I was doing like a good marketing for them, right? Doing some advertising for them. They were also doing like great content marketing, but they were missing a really important piece, and that is the sales process within their business, right? Within their practice. So they were receiving this big amount of prospects, but they weren't able to convert them into paying customers how it's supposed to be, right? And this is something that I see often, right? Most practices, they might be doing things right, but they don't really have that sales process dialed in. And of course, if they don't have the sales process dialed in, they're gonna be losing potential revenue. That's why it's important that you understand these two concepts, how they work, and why it's important that they work together. Okay, let's start by defining what is marketing. Pretty simple to explain, marketing is everything you do to attract strangers and to basically convert them into a potential customer. It's someone that says, hey, I'm interested in your procedure, in your treatment. And this basically is everything that you do online or offline in order to market your practice. If you create content on social media, that is part of your marketing. If you have your website optimized, SEO optimized, well, that's another type of your marketing. That's another channel where you get potential customers, right? And if you are running advertising, again, that is another channel where you attract and try to get more customers, right? Get more leads, right? That's part of your marketing. If you do like blog, right? You're blogging, you're creating content by writing information about your treatments and procedures, that's another piece of your marketing strategy, right? All these things are designed to attract complete strangers in the internet and convert them into leads, prospects, right? So that is basically, in a nutshell, that's what marketing is. Now, when it comes to sales, it's basically everything you do to convert these interested people in your procedures and treatments into actually paying customers, right? And this basically is everything that you do. As soon, for example, as soon as someone, they were Googling, let's say, breast augmentation, right? They find your website, they go to your website, they complete the form in your website, they request a consultation, right? When they submit that form, that's where marketing ends, right? And where the sales process starts. Because now, once your staff receive that notification, that information from that prospect, there is where they need to basically convert them into paying customer, right? It's a couple of things to keep in mind. For example, timing. How quickly you contact them as soon as you receive their information. How many follow-ups you do. How frequently you do it, right? When it's time to stop following with a prospect that might not convert into a customer or might not be in that stage of buying mode, right? What do you do with those people that maybe they're not really in that stage of buying mode, but they can be a potential customer later on in the future, right? How you nurture them, how you basically make them know you, like you, and trust you. So when it's time, they're gonna go and choose your practice as the clear solution for their problems. In a nutshell, marketing and sales is like a marriage, one can live without the other. Yes, it might, for example, if you're doing marketing, you might get some results, but it's not a sustainable way to grow your practice, because quickly you're gonna find that you're gonna feel stuck. Okay, I'm doing all this marketing, but I'm not moving forward. I'm not, for example, if you run ads, you're gonna be spending, investing in ads, but you won't be able to convert those leads into paying customers, right? And that's that is exactly one of the problems I was having with some of my clients at the beginning, right? I was creating these funnels, their marketing, their advertising strategy pretty well crafted, but when it was time to convert this lead into a paying customer, they didn't knew how to actually convert them, right? And this is because something that I've seen is that they give this time-consuming task to, for example, their front desk or their or their patient coordinator, right? And honestly, these people, it's not their job to do this, or they weren't trained to do this. They're not like a salesperson, and you don't really need to be as a big salesperson in order to convert them, but you just need to know what to say, how to say it, and basically have a systemized process to follow up and nurture these leads, right? And I was noticing that they, for example, the patient coordinator, this is an example of one of my clients. At the beginning, when I was running ads for this client, I was sending them the leads, but the patient coordinator wasn't able to convert the leads because they didn't have a systemized process, right? They were getting this bunch of leads, right? And it was really confusing on how to follow up with each of them, right? So what they normally had, for example, I remember that they had like an Excel spreadsheet, and they were keeping track of their leads like that. If you don't have a big amount of leads, it can work, right? It can work, but in the long term, it can get pretty time consuming, confusing, stressful, and you're gonna end up wasting those leads, right? And that's exactly what happened to this client of mine, that at the beginning they didn't have the sales process dialed in. So once we noticed were having problems with the sales process, then we start creating systems so they can use within their practice, so they can have a sales process that is easy to use, for their staff, that is going to save them time, and that is also going to make their staff work more efficiently, right? So that's why it's important to have both of these components in place, because probably you might have a good sales process, but your marketing sucks, right? You're attracting a lot of low quality leads. You don't know how to filter the right prospects, how to get rid of those time wasters, and only allow pre-qualified leads to have consultations with you. That's another area. That's why it's also marketing important. Your targeting, your message is extremely important when it comes to target your ideal customers, right? So as I said, these two things are like a marriage. They work together, right? Marketing and sales. And the same way as in a relationship, they need to be connected, synchronized, right? Otherwise, it's gonna be extremely messy, and you're gonna end up losing your investment and potential revenue. Now, what I want you to do is that go to your practice and analyze your marketing and your sales process and identify which of them might be costing you potential revenue, right? Probably you might be doing some good marketing, right? Some creating great content, paid ads, all these type of things, but you are not converting as many of those prospects into paying customers. And this can be probably because you don't have a systemized process to convert, follow up, and nurture these leads, right? So it's important to recognize where these weak points in your practice are so you can go and fix them. And if you need help with either your marketing or your sales process, simply reach out to us. I'm gonna leave all the information below this video and you can schedule a call with us. We're gonna basically audit your current situation, see what you're struggling with, what you want to achieve, and based on that we can tell you, hey, this is something that you need to fix first before you scale or start getting more leads with advertising, you know. So it's just basically auditing your business. Based on what we find, we're gonna tell you this is what we will do to help you, and if you want, you have the option to let us help you fix these problems that you have, or you just can simply live with a customized plan on how to fix these things by your own or with your current marketing team. Whatever it is, it's a really nice way for us to help you grow your practice even more and fix these weak areas that you might have. So basically that's it. I hope you like this video. Subscribe, like this video, and see you in the next one.